Hey everyone, if you want to make your own podcast but you don't know where to begin, Spotify for Podcasters makes it super easy. They've got everything in one place, it's totally free, and you can make money while doing it. Here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer, so no matter what your setup is like, you can start doing it today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and pretty much everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also supported, and you can even conduct polls and Q&As. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, the platform is totally free. No catch, totally free. When I wanted to start my own podcast, I did not know where to begin, and I didn't think it was even possible. And Spotify for Podcasters made it happen. They made it easy, they made it quick, and I am doing something that I love. What more can I ask for? So if you're interested in starting your own show, you can do it, and I highly recommend you give this a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Everything Kratom, the podcast about anything and everything Kratom. Great to have you with us on this Monday morning, hoping all's well with you. Today we have a treat. We have a voice message sent in from a listener. This is Paul, and he's a pharmacist and has years, decades under his belt doing this work. And so he knows what he's talking about, and he sent in a message talking about the mechanics and details behind liver detoxification and kratom drug interactions. So I hope you all enjoy it, and thank you so much to Paul.
Hi everyone, Paul R. from California. I'm a pharmacist, over 30 years of experience. I do functional medicine and other things. I want to today, if I can, kind of clear up some confusions maybe and give an overview of liver detoxification and how kratom can cause drug interactions. So with this, there's two things to think about. The first is metabolism of the primary constituent of kratom, which is mitragynine. And second is mitragynine's inhibiting metabolism of other drugs. First, what's happening, I'm gonna call it mitragynine instead of kratom, whatever, because that's the actual ingredient we're most concerned with. So for those who want pain relief or opiate withdrawal symptom relief, the conversion of the mitragynine to 7-hydroxymitragynine is important, as it's not really found naturally. The 7-hydroxy is not really found naturally in the leaves. It's created by oxidation, mainly in the body, some by just sitting around, but so that's up to the liver. And for this to happen, it's got to be absorbed in the body, and absorption, of course, depends on a lot of things. It doesn't happen in the stomach like a lot of people might think. There's really not much anything that's absorbed in the stomach, a little bit of alcohol, but it's mostly in the small intestine. Now, everything absorbed in the small intestine goes straight through what's called the portal vein, and that goes straight to the liver. The liver gets first crack at it to help neutralize toxins and keep us alive. Good thing. Before anything hits the blood, it goes through the liver. So what the liver's doing is its job is to clear stuff out of the body. It's converting chemicals to forms that the body can eliminate, usually through the urine or by dumping it in the feces and other ways. As for mitragynine metabolism, mainly by oxidation, but a lot of it's through an enzyme system called the P450 enzyme system. So this is a system in the liver. It's dozens or even hundreds, I think, of enzymes. And this is the one that you've probably heard a lot about. They abbreviate it CYP 450 for short, or CYP, and then the enzyme identifier. So it can lead, different things can happen here. Does generally one or two things. A chemical can actually stimulate production of a particular enzyme, in which case it would cause more metabolism of it or another drug that's metabolized by the same enzyme. That can lead to either tolerance for one thing or increased metabolism in lower levels of one or both of the chemicals or drugs. The other thing is it can actually interfere with metabolism of one or both of the drugs, which is what we're most likely worried about, because that can lead to increased levels. And that can lead to toxicity. A big concern, of course, is things like antidepressants, which very dangerous if in high levels can cause heart arrhythmias in some cases, or serotonin syndrome and other things that, that's what we're concerned with. So now here's how we kind of figure it out. So in the case of mitragynine, 92% of one study showed it was metabolized by the CYP2D6. 22% of it was the 2C9, and only 1% metabolized by the 3A4. So that's where I think a lot of confusion comes in, because so many drugs are metabolized by the 3A4. So, by the way, there's also foods that can interfere with particularly the 3A4, most notably grapefruit or grapefruit juice. And that's important because a lot of the cholesterol-lowering drugs, Lipitor, simvastatin, are metabolized by this. So, people get their prescription, they're told to avoid large amounts of grapefruit or grapefruit juice. Just to be aware. But as far as Kratom, we're not really worried about much that I know of yet. Anyway, we're always learning. So it really is important to know how the prescriptions you're taking are metabolized. You've really got to do your homework, look it up, ask your pharmacist, things like that. And by the way, I'm just going to throw this in there for completeness. There's a whole nother system of detoxification called the P-glycoprotein system that happens in the gut. I'm not going to go into that because it really isn't important with Kratom that we know of. But so that's a quick thumbnail overview of liver and drug interactions. Not going into specifics because it's just way too complicated. But if this is well received, I'd like to do another one where I talk about the Kratom interactions at the neurotransmitter level. So that's a whole nother level of interactions that occur too. All right. Take care, everybody.